Hello, beautiful Pisces waylighters. I wanted to check in as we get to the full moon in Aquarius at the end of July and the beginning of August. There has been a great deal going on astrologically. It's going to change things and is changing things for all of us. So I thought we would take a look at specifically what's coming up for you, what would be helpful for you to know from Spirit. So just a few notes. So Aquarius is being incredibly aspected right now, along with Leo. But I wanted to focus in on this Aquarius and Leo kind of dialogue. Now we have the North Node is moving into Aquarius, which means that the South Node is in Leo. We have a full moon, a turbocharged moon in Aquarius on the 29th. We have Jupiter has moved into Leo. And then on August 12th, we're also going to have an eclipse in Leo as well. I can't see your personal chart, but generally speaking, for these purposes, and if you're a Pisces rising, Aquarius is your 12th house. So this is the house of the subconscious, of spirits, of the underworld, of things that are hidden under the surface, and of confinement. So places of confinement like hospitals, that's an example. And the house that Leo is over for you is the house of everyday work. It is what is your day life. It is not the hidden nighttime confinement secret spaces, but what is actually way out in the day. What is your day-to-day life like? So you may feel at times like you're at the extremes between needing time away, needing time by yourself, needing time with closed doors. That's kind of like that confinement on the one hand, and being out, just being like in the spotlight. You may find that you suddenly, something that you do on a regular basis, on an everyday basis, is suddenly in the spotlight. So if that is the case, it's an invitation for you to really listen, go within, which you're really good at, of course, and think, what is it that is calling me? What is this information that I'm getting through my body, through my emotions? Is it that I need to go out and be more seen and be more visible and be with people? Go out in your community, physically out as well as via technology. And where do I need to close the door? Where do I need to get more sleep? You're probably for the next 18 months going to need more sleep. And you may find that you have an acceleration of your already strong gifts of mediumship in some way, whether that is for the angelic realm, for spirits, whatever for you tends to be your gift. Spirit is asking you to bring your spiritual knowledge and experience of those things to the next level on behalf of the collective. So how is it that you bring your own quirky, eccentric gifts to the collective? That's what you're asked to do. And for Pisces, it is going to be a lot around what is hidden to most people. It's not hidden to you, but you learned early on that most people don't see what it is that you do. So I am using the, what's it called? The Celtic Magic Oracle cards. These are beautiful cards. Okay, so of course, Spirit gave us acknowledgement of what we've been talking about, which is a spiritual journey. And for you, you have always understood that life is a spiritual journey. And other people don't always see that, but they're starting to. They're starting to. And in Aquarius, I really believe that part of what Aquarius is helping us do, and this came up in the video that I just recorded for them, what Aquarius is helping us do is to describe these experiences that are very hard to A, quantify, and B, put words to. It's like what poets have done, what artists have done to try to help express, that's a good word, to try to help us express what is ineffable, what is hidden for most of us, what is in another dimension and yet always a part of our life as well. It's always there, but often unrecognized. Okay, so spiritual journey, anything else that you want to add? Yes, I'm getting a little bit more here. So let's see. It's a winding path. And it actually says, so we had spiritual journey was first, and now we have winding path and magic cauldron. So not surprisingly for you, this is about the magic in life. Life is not meant to be separate from magic. It is meant to be magic. It is a dimension of life itself, not a separate thing to be pursued. And if you turn your back on the 3D reality, no, those worlds that for a long time have run maybe parallel. If I want to use an analogy, they've run parallel. And some of us have been able to access that other world and bring back intelligence. Those two are now beginning to emerge more and more, or at least our experience of them is able to access both at once, because I actually believe that they've always been intertwined, but we just haven't been able to wrap our brain around it. All right, so let's get some confirmation of what it is that Source is bringing through. Source, can you share some more details with us, please, about this spiritual journey and about Pisces' role? It's just stuck there. And it didn't pop out, so I'm not going to take it. But we'll see. It may come up again. The spiritual journey that life is, and how it is that Pisces is helping the collective right now and helping others realize that life is a spiritual journey. It is a winding path and it has magic on it. What a beautiful message. Oh, yes, truth. So that is the ultimate truth for Pisces, is the Ace of Cups. Cups is your element, is the element of water. And so for you, even more than the Ace of Swords, which is often considered like, yeah, that's truth, the Ace of Cups is absolute. I am speaking the truth as Source brought it through. You are living the truth. All right, so we have Ace of Cups. I'm being told that's actually probably all that we need, but I'm going to ask for a little bit more clarity. Source, if you can please give us more clarity. Ah, okay, beautiful. I will tell you these and then we will get some further clarity. Okay, so we had the Ace of Cups. We now have the Three of Wands. So in some way, you are already, I would say I'm getting the word already, beginning or have begun this truth of bringing this offered cup to the world, this cup of truth about magic, because we had the cauldron before, right? We had this magic cauldron. Now we have the Ace of Cups. Both of those are quintessential symbols that are very Piscean. It is, of course, the symbol of the womb and the waters of the womb that sustain the child. So you are then, let's take that and see this beautiful circle here is almost like that magic. The Three of Wands is about, I began something, I made a decision as the Two of Wands. I set my pole. I looked at the world as I wanted it to be, as I could dream that it could be. I cast my fortune out, and now I am waiting expectantly for that to come in. Your ship is coming in some way. However, while you're waiting, you're really feeling frustration. Like you may have been waiting for this a really long time and you're feeling somewhat imprisoned. Understand that that imprisonment is only your perception. I know that doesn't feel good. I don't mean for that to sound judgmental. It's really meant to reassure you that you have not been forgotten, that your magic is not beside the point. You got there early because you are a dreamer. You're ahead of most of the collective because you're meant to lead us into something new. You can't just create something new out of what is the status quo. And one of the ways to create is through imagination, is through dreaming. That is your beauty. That is your uniqueness that you bring to all of us. And so you're often ahead. And I can hear some of you groaning and saying, like, yeah, I know. You're in a time right now where you are feeling that you're stuck. Like you're just stuck. And I just want to say to you, I get it that you are having to make choices of like, is it this or that? Is it this or that? Are we going to go or not? Are we going to be stuck here forever, or are we going to be able to fulfill the promise of this tree? So let's see what it is that Source wants to clarify here. What should we do, Source? What is it that you want us to know? Okay. The Chariot is here. Okay. The Chariot is here to clarify this Ace of Cups. So this cup that you are offering to the collective that you've wondered, would they ever freaking take it? The answer is yes, there is some vehicle here. It's arriving, it's here, it's imminent, if not already here, and that is going to carry you forward. So, this toggling back and forth between night and day, this 12th house conversation in Aquarius, and this sixth house sunlight conversation that's going on in Leo that we talked about earlier, those are the day and night. It's not in this deck. She has a pack of wolves for the chariot here, but usually what you see is the charioteer with one white horse and one black horse. And we can look at it many ways, but one of them certainly is the day and night. Okay. And it is moving forward. What is hidden is coming to light. What is in the dark is coming to light. And you are the charioteer here. And you are being asked to hold this expectation, hold the spot. She's holding the space here. And guess what? You got another ace, another ace. There are only 8 cards here, guys, and you got 2 aces. So you have the Ace of Wands, just exactly what I said earlier, that imagination, the dreaming is what is going to carry us forward. And that is what you are extraordinary at. Don't worry about feeling stuck. In this time of confinement, which remember we said that the 12th house is the house of confinement. So it's maybe not surprising that this is showing up. In this confinement, there is some kind of inspiration and truth that is coming out because the Queen of Swords is here modifying the 8 of Swords. So this confinement has in some way given rise to a sovereignty in you, a sword of truth that is only accelerated by the Justice card. The Queen of Swords is someone who is often described as cold. She is not. She is not cold. The queens are never cold. They are not cut off from humanity and what it is that life is about in all forms, in all living forms. So you are emerging from this time and this place of confinement with a new truth that is inspiration for the collective. It is the magic that is coming out of that Ace of Cups and the cauldron of rebirth. And it is about the winding path of the spiritual journey. All right, so let's get one last card. Oh my gosh, you guys, what came up was the Lovers. The Lovers. The other thing that Pisces does that is so, so beautiful is it brings unconditional love to the collective. The Lovers. I'm pausing because the silence seems so pregnant all of a sudden. I just heard how quiet it is in here. There aren't helicopters. I don't hear any birds. There are no children playing outside. It feels as though I can breathe deeply. That's that acceptance that you bring. That's that welcome that you bring to people, that you bring to the collective. And I honestly believe that kind of, and look here, we have the sun and the moon again. That is the conversation that you are bringing forward now and over the next 18 months as we learn from this new Aquarius North Node and South Node in Leo, is this dark and light together, this night and day coming together in the chariot, in progress, in forward movement. And the outcome is this acceptance. And honestly, that is very Aquarian, because remember I said Aquarius wants the collective to progress, to move forward, to advance. But Pisces reminds us that forward movement or ideas of progress have to begin in total acceptance, in that moment of bring your freak flag and show up, and you're good. We accept you. There's room for you here. So gorgeous, gorgeous to pull it back around again to this spiritual journey. You are this reading was exactly what you were born to do, Pisces, and you are doing it. I can't see into your individual circumstances. I wish I could, because I can just feel There is something that you have been doing that is extraordinary. You may not feel like it. You may feel that it belongs in that sixth house of just your everyday, but your everyday is incredibly mystical and magical. It's magical to others. It holds the cauldron of their rebirth through the acceptance of themselves that can come often through someone else accepting them. So gorgeous. There's a podcast that I have, actually two. You'll see it in the Spiritual Awakening and Emergence podcast series. Actually, all of those are about things that people experienced or that were part of them that they felt like set them off to be alone or to be exiled in life, and how it is that they found their way back. How it is they found their way back to themselves, to the meaning of life, and then therefore what they have to give to the collective. I honestly think that you would love some of those. All of them have chapters on them. And so if you don't have the time to listen to the entire conversation, you can skip through. But I hope at some point you'll listen to the entire them in their entirety. They're meant to be slower conversations. They're meant to be raw conversations, not like, hey, give me the cliff notes. There's an experience that emerges actually within the conversation itself. If something in this resonated with you, I really hope that you will like and subscribe so that others can find the channel as well. Thank you for helping this small channel grow and for the message to go out. Blessings to you on your journey, Waylighters, Pisces, beautiful Pisces, and I will talk with you again soon.